What's happening, Tech Timers? This is Andre of Andre's Tech Time and Product Reviews, where I review cool tech and everyday products that will make your lives just a little bit easier. And today I am coming to you live with No Jive as I review a groovy digital picture frame that just may change the game. Can you dig it? Okay, Tech Timers, so before I get down to the nitty gritty, please don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, and ring the bell, all below. And please share if you care. Now, let's take a look at the Anteam, A-N-T-E-A-M, digital photo frame, 10-inch. A photograph tells a story. That's what it says. Take a look at the box. Nothing fancy. Bottom. Let's cut this open. Tech Time tool being called into action. Yowza! Yowza! There you go. Now let's get it out. Let's start off with this. Let's get everything out. Packaged very nicely and securely. Let's make sure nothing else is in the box here. Nope. Okay, so what we've got, the manual, of course. And of course, I'm gonna go through this so I can know what I'm talking about. Look, this looks like an antenna. We'll find out for sure. We've got a charger here. Let's see if I can make that out. 0.5 amps, 5 volts at 5 volts at 2 amps. It's very, very, very tiny. Okay, and we've got a remote control because this is a remote control unit. And let's see. Looks like, let's open that up. CR2032 battery, typical watch battery. It's got the little guard there. Put that in the box. And of course, we've got the digital picture frame. Yes, it's remote controlled. Now this looks like a tablet. This is pretty cool looking. Got some input-output ports. Controls, power, menu. This is for scrolling and etc. etc. Looks like we've got a ventilation port hanging on the wall. That looks like it's an IR for the remote control. Let's go over those ports. Looks like that's for your SD. Not sure what that is, but we'll look at the instructions. We'll check out the specs in just a moment. USB, mini USB, and that looks like it's the power. So of course, like I said, we're going to take a look at the specs and go over absolutely everything. This is what you get in the box. So let's get those specs together and we will get down to the get down. Okay, Tech Timers, so here are the specs for the Anteam digital photo frame. The size is 10 inches. The resolution is 1920 by 1080 HD, so very, very clear. It supports music, video, photos, calendar, clock, plus alarm, file management. These are all of the files. Well, actually, this isn't even all of the file types that it supports. As you can see, the big hitters are there. You can just go ahead and look those over. The ports, USB up to 32 gigs, has a mini USB, Supports an SD. It has an SD card port and a headphone jack. The screen is LED, very bright. The remote is infrared. It's a full-featured remote. Also, there are controls in the back of the frame. It has a speaker, 2 watts. Nice to have feature is that it has auto on and off. And the material, it's made out of ABS plastic. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and load some files, and we'll take a look and see how this bad boy does its job. You dig? Okay, Tech Timers, so I've got the Anteme digital photo frame set up. I've got a small SD card loaded with some files, and now it is time to get down to the get down. This is the remote, power, mute, photo, music, movie. When you press this button, it's going to launch a slideshow plus music. That's your back button. Those are your directional buttons. That's the select. It's your setup button, calendar, rewind, pause play, fast forward, volume up and down. That's rewind to the beginning of your video and fast forward to the end of the video. Okay, so that's the remote. Pretty cool. Let's take a look at the unit once more. That little bar that looked like an antenna is actually a brace bar. Once again, there are your controls. I hope that y'all can see that. Just in case you're not using the remote. Power, directions, play, pause, menu, and there's you can see I've got an SD card right there. It's a headphone jack, it's mini USB and USB. So those are your ports. Okay, let's get started. Let's get this positioned so that y'all can take a good look. And I've got it set up so that when it turns on, it comes up to a photo, but you can set it up to anything you want to. Right now, as you can see, we're on settings. So if I wanted to, go to any of the other programs, just use the buttons on the remote, of course. But let's check out settings and see what we've got. So you've got language, and if I select that, you can see that there are quite a few languages in there. So kind of like a universal product, I guess. And startup, you can see I have it on photo, but if I select it, I could change it to music and photo or none. Mix play, movie, etc. So it's got a few options in there that you can customize. So brightness, there's one, and it goes all the way up to 15, and that's where I had it. And the screen is actually pretty bright, and it's actually very clear. So of course, date, I can go in there. If I select that, I can select the date, and update the time here. Slideshow effect. Right now, it's on fade in, fade out. Parisian blinds 5. H. Slide up, slide down. Left, right. Stretch up, stretch down. So you've got quite a few options here actually. So I'll leave it right there. Breakpoint play is on. You can turn that on and off. Slide speed is 5 seconds, and of course you can customize that as well. But we'll I don't know how far it goes. Okay, so it goes from 3 seconds up to 1 hour. Display ratio is the original. It's on original, but you've got crop, stretch, auto, and original. Back to original. Let's see, video ratio. Stretch, original, stretch, and original. So we'll leave it on original. Repeat mode is repeat all, but of course you can make changes there if you like. As you can see, auto power right now is on. I can turn it off, I can turn it on. Auto power. Okay, that's the same exact same field. So not sure why it's duplicated there. Well, we got auto power. Looks like it's auto power on and then auto power off. Okay. All right. So then alarm, you can, if you want to set your alarm, this is where you would set it. And then reset to reset the frame entirely. So I'm going to hit the back button. That's going to take me to the main screen. And we're going to check out, we're going to go to movie. I'm going to hit that and it automatically selects. Well, I only have one file in there. So let's see.
Watch 2 versus the Unidigi Watch GT.
So I think one thing that's really cool about this is that, let's say you download movies to your phone and you know you can just take the SD card out and put it in here and watch it. You'll have a bigger screen to do that. So that's not bad. Let's go back. And of course, don't forget you've got a headphone jack. Yes, this does not have Bluetooth, but you can watch your movies or whatever on a larger screen than your phone if you download and you want to. So photo, and just a few pictures I took earlier just to see how they would come out. And I don't know, I think it's on 5 seconds. So after 5 seconds, we'll change. And it just, as you see, it fades in, fades out. And it's crystal clear, you know, not bad at all. And of course, once again, you can change the effects to how you want it. You know, if you want it to stretch in, stretch out, etc., etc., etc. We saw that in the setups, in the setup screen. And I think that's the last picture. So I'm going to hit the back button. And let's go to music. And there's only one music file. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to measure that. Oops. So, you know, it's not super loud, but loud enough to be heard. And once again, like I said, there is that headphone jack. Not the best speaker, you know, it's only 2 watts, but it does sound, you know, it sounds decent. So, you know, there you go. Your file explorer, let's go there. And of course, let's go into the card. So there are all of the files that I have in there right now in the SD card. And don't forget, you can also connect a USB thumb drive as well. Actually, if you have like a backup hard drive that has USB, you can connect that as well. So, and then of course you can just select your files. Okay, but we saw all of those, so let's get out of that. And I'm just hitting the back button. Calendar. And of course, you know, there's your calendar, and of course, I guess you can set the picture as well, but I believe it also changes. So, you know, as you can see, yeah. So it's doing a slideshow while it's also on the calendar. So this is I'm gonna go back. And we already looked at all of the settings. That's pretty much it. As you can see, you know, quite a few features. I like the fact that you can go ahead and load files on it, audio and music files. So that is pretty much it in a nutshell. Let's go ahead and wrap this bad boy up. Okay, Tech Timers, so what did we learn today? We learned that the Anteme digital photo frame is so versatile, it'll make you smile. Movies, photos, music. It's got a headphone jack. It's got nice input-output. Well, actually input, because you're putting files onto it. It's got a 2-watt speaker that sounds pretty good. Not the best for audio files, but it's nice and clear, pretty loud. But as I said, it's got a headphone jack, so if you want to enjoy your movies or your music without any distractions, there you go. You can browse your files, and very sturdy, tough ABS plastic. So $79.99 on Amazon, full featured remote. Time for my Tech Time ratings. So if I like a product, right on. If I really like it, groovy, man. If I don't like it, right off. If I really don't like it, jive turkey. This gets a groovy, man. This is a cool product, and I'm happy with my purchase. And that concludes my review of the Anteme digital photo frame. Thank you for hanging out with me here on Andre's Tech Time and Product Reviews. Keep in mind that all of my reviews the opinions are my own. I don't get paid to do this, and I purchase all of the products with my own money. Enough said. Keep on trucking, and I will catch you on the flip side of my next video. Now, can you dig that?